online distance learning and teaching. So for me to begin with, our session objectives are the following. We will try to be familiarized with additional tools and the resources that we can use being a teacher in the future, especially you are 21st century learners. We will try also to make effective choices in the use of these online tools and somehow reflect if your teachers are also using these resources, these interface and online things available in the online world. And somehow we will revisit the pre-lesson, the proper lesson, and the post-lesson of different stages. Now, what are the somehow essential questions that we have? So what are the basic online tools that your teachers are currently using? Can you write it on the chat? For example, they use Google Meet. What else? They use Peer Deck. Okay, can you say it? You can unmute your microphone if you want to answer or write on the chat. So somehow we also need to reflect, even if we are not um, teachers, but we will soon become teachers. We need to reflect if these resources that being utilized, being introduced are somehow helpful. Because it doesn't mean if a teacher would introduce to you an online tool, it doesn't mean that he or she is effective. It doesn't mean it will help in the teaching learning process. Sometimes it would somehow create chaos or confusion to the students, diba? So as a teacher, it doesn't mean that you will know a lot of tools, but your goal is to how to use them effectively. So as a teacher, there are three things that you would always check in mind. First is the input. We know that teachers, especially on the online classrooms, in this effectivity for the hybrid modality of teaching, they would always have the input. Students like you, especially from education, you would really ask, wala mi kita-kita sa mong teacher, wala man mi kanang discussion sa mong teacher, asa naman yung mong gibayran? I can really hear that one loud and clear. And input also mean that our teachers right now can somehow be criticized by students when they see that the PowerPoint presentation is just uh, downloaded from SlideShare or from Sway. So maka-identify biya jud ng students, no? They would say, so man yung teacher, gibasa ra man ni from the slides without explanation. Another instructional activity is interaction. So, in the hybrid modality that we have, it's very difficult to get interaction. You can even attest from your own anecdotes of the dance battle. Who are those leaders there? Diba? It's difficult to synchronize the dance steps, how to get the videos, how to collate them, and then have a good output. Interaction also means, as a teacher, you need to let the groups or the children or the students have group work. Sometimes mga tug sila mga midnight na alas 2 sa kadlawon kay ngano man they still have meetings, they still have collaborative work or brainstorming while si teacher na naghagok na inyong teacher. But you guys, in this online classes that we have in the first semester, it was really like, maybe I can say it, it's really a storm. It's really a big wave that came clashing every one of us. But that is why resiliency, being flexible, being able to adapt are those characteristics that we need to identify to ourselves. Next one is assessment. So along the way in the online and teaching learning process, assessment is one of the important things that the teacher needs to do. She needs to check, nasabtan ba ni sa akong mga students? Are they able to apply the skills that we have? Are they able to embrace these things in the new normal setup? So these things, can you somehow say that your teachers right now in the different department in the College of Education, are they satisfying you in this three instructional activity? Yes or no? Thumbs up or thumbs down? You can chat your questions or your answers or your comments in our comment section. So our concerns also as a student, as a teacher, as an instructor is that we have poor content, diba? Sometimes I would attest your friends mahappy ko kay mo chat sila kalit, miss pwede magpa-load, miss pwede mag-ask ani sa among interview, miss unsa man ni siya about kay wala kay na explain sa among teacher. So I really appreciate those things because right now in this online platform we need to work in a synergy, meaning although I'm your teacher, you are a student, you should always tap resources, kumbaga, especially in the technology that we are having right now. But it doesn't mean that you also go to the boundaries because you still need to respect your teachers, your dean. It's very important. And we can somehow say na with the poor content that is having right now, it's a one big issue that we can see online. We always give effort, especially when we turn on our computers, turn on our cell phone just to join, get load, to get Wi-Fi, but only to figure out, wala man ni ready akong teacher. Sa man ni ihang discussion, wala mo ko'y nasabtan. Or, laging ang teacher, di ba, kanang masapot man sa tuno kung dugay kaayo malag ang other end, mo robot na siya. So, it would always give us the feeling of dissatisfaction. And in the school, in the academe, students should have consumer satisfaction. That is the student. Sometimes also there's a little collaborative learning among the peer groups, especially in the online world, but it's actually doable. Inconsistent instruction. So, sometimes dili clear ang instruction ni teacher. For example, pwede ba makita sa gawas para magsayaw-sayaw? Nya na figure out dito sa other group, sa other class nga bawal di ay dili pwede. So muna wa sila na appeal sa entry for the selection of the dance battle because they didn't have social distancing. So something about those things. Next is poor instructor preparation. So si teacher, as long as makakita lang siya sa mga students, mag-present siya slide, even if it's mediocre, it doesn't mean that it gives effectivity in the side of the students. Next is limited technical knowledge. Kani, daghan jud kay issues ani because no one really was prepared, especially in doing the online class. Although there are trainings, but sometimes there are people who are not techie or somehow they discovered, kaya din ako magin ani, kaya din ako nga. Even if I'm 59 already, I'm able to do this nice presentation in Canva. I'm able to record in Zoom. So with the limitation of the technological knowledge that they have, they also discover something. But sometimes also, some people they resist in the change or the new things that they can somehow embrace. For example, I'm too old for learning those technology, teacher nati, or I don't have the creativity to welcome those concepts. So para na sa mga millennial. So with the online classes that we have here, we always go back to different questions. For example, how can we accommodate learning styles for the students? For example, if Brent is into bodily kinesthetics, is if Raul really wants to do things nga ma-move good iyang body and we are on the online class, it's difficult to address. What if Aya is more on visual, so dapat nindot good na ang presentation sa teacher, klaro kay iyang mga slides. What if Steph also likes ganang mga mag-animate animation din ha? So you need to address those learning styles on your students, especially online. And you can provide videos or audios, especially in the synchronous or asynchronous classes. Another thing is teacher should give objectives in the beginning of the discussion. Important yun kayo na so that the students would know, okay, these are our goals for the day. These are the topics that we will be discussing for today. Di kay mo jump ra kag kalit din na sa imong online class and then random ra kay ka magchika dira sa imong students. It's a no, it's a crime. Kumbaga, it's a sin to do that thing. And for my other class, math sci, they actually had some objectives whenever they do their teaching demo. That's very plus points for you guys. Another one is how are we going to address expectation and reality. I actually already scout or survey some of you. If you are going back to, you will be enrolled just this January. Magpa-enroll pa mo, guys? No, no.
Yes.
Yes, miss. Laban
Okay.
Japon, miss.
And
Okay,
makaya mo,
laban lagi
miss.
hapon tanong. If if makaya pa magpa-enroll gyapon ta for this coming January 14. That is our start of class. But hopefully after before this year ends, you are already done with your um magpa-check pa mo sa clearance and all those requirements, so that here comes January, we only have 1 week, guys, for the enrollment schedule. So, you know, when we had that one during the first semester, di ba, murag, taas-taas gid kay to siya nga kuan process. But for next year, we have only one week. So, if makaya, please enroll. I'm speaking for you guys para, I may somehow be biased, but I know difficult gid kaayo kay kanang ay mao ni ang mentality sa student na miss mahal kay miss niya ingon ani ra among madawat, walay klaro, walay tarong na kuan ang mga teachers. I may somehow say yes, I agree, but ano lang siya, guys, take it as a challenge that the year, you imagine the year na you will have additional year when we go back to the new normal. Because somehow, what I can only promise to you is that I will not resign. Even if I already had opportunity, I will not resign unless my closest batch will be able to graduate. Kana jud, guys, kay important jud kayo ang success akong student ba, especially this time. I speak from my heart because naman ko'y senior high nga ano siya, nag-commit siya suicide, and teachers right now are we were called by our attention ba not to give too much pressure, not to give too much, not really necessarily assignments, but wala dayon siya na detect ba ang child from senior high. And somehow as a teacher I always reflect na what if my students would also have this silent cry, they have their silent battles from the works of the academics, or maybe family problems nga dili lang nila ma-share because they will be judged or they are put into pressure. I also understand that some of our students who are scholars from singing, from dancing, from athletes, they were rubbed off with their future. We know that one. We have a lot of friends who are not in school right now kay they were scholars, diba? So kung dato pa lang kuno, we can just provide a lot of opportunities for them. But just hang in there, guys, kanang gunit lang jud mo sa inyong makapitan, because in the future you'll be successful. You are my pride in the future. And even if I will not be in USJR anymore, I will still help you in your LET, in getting notes, in studying for the licensure examination. So laban ra gihapon ta, because in ka fourth year na ninyo, bakbakan na tanan with all those teaching demo, with all those things that are demanded from you, from being a MAPE teacher, from SPED teacher, or general education teacher. So for me, in this online approach, I created my own model. So I call it Largom. It is actually a Swedish term, which means this is Largom. It means in moderation, in balance, or just simple perfect. So teachers right now just need to provide what are those essential skills, what are those things that students should know. It doesn't necessarily mean hutdunin mo tanang curriculum din ha, hutdunin mo tanang skills or curriculum guide that is given to the teacher towards the students. So it's Largom 5G. So with this one, it has 5 steps. First is to get in, clean up, galvanize, gamify, and go viral. So what is get in? So you can also comment, or you can also try to question there. So first, get in, diba? It's true. You get in first. You join in offline first. So either in the LMS, Adelante LMS, Google Classroom, Schoology for other schools, Brightspace, which empowered our Adelante LMS. So this type of asynchronous approach where you get in, it is where you can check your assignments, your activities, or the lessons given by the teacher. Or sometimes they can also use the Facebook or the Messenger to give some announcements and credits to your students. Another thing is that in utilization of the Google Classroom, we need to remind also our teachers to probably keep that one as organized as possible. Because in the second sem, guys, I'm giving you heads up. Everyone will change because teachers right now are mandated to use Adelante LMS. And for several weeks, it was down, right? Are you using Adelante LMS from your other subjects? Were you able to access it?
No, miss.
So ni down siya no. So ang problema ani arita ni Adelante LMS niya. Ari na sad ta ni Google Classroom. So ma-confuse na sad ta ani, but we will traverse that one together. In Get In also, when we do the synchronous approach, so it's the web conferencing, it's the live conferencing where students will somehow get in to the Google Meet, Zoom meeting, or maybe Facebook Live, or they can get in into MS Teams, Class In, or Lark, or Loom. So there are a lot of ways to get in. Next one, we also have to make use of micromanage the synchronous class, meaning avoid monologue, just like what I am doing right now. I'm doing some monologue. And then when you ask questions, allow your students to express themselves, to um, somehow answer also, and engage in the reaction buttons where you can see them on the Zoom meeting, or maybe mga hearts, mga likes. Then when teachers would present slides, maybe one or two, and then there will be questions or there will be an assessment for the students. And we use a lot of those comments and the chat section. I would prefer somehow the Zoom class because we have the breakout rooms and the poll. So ganahan jud kayo ko adto unta. But somehow bugat man siya sa inyong end, di ba? Murag mulag man siya sa mga students. So what we just advise is to really utilize Google Meet. Although there are new updates from Google Meet, and it's good thing that it's helping teachers to become interactive also. So that is the get in process. Now, teachers also will have to use this one, the randomizer or the spin of wheel of names, to get people in order to answer. For example, when we select names, you can have your orals, or you can somehow group them into teams, and it will just give you the results. The second step is to glean up. So this means the educational ability to increase your knowledge. So teachers and the students will check their lessons, their learning contract, and activate the learning process. So where can they do that? So teachers may not always be the one speaking. They can get videos, they can get some TED Talk or idea from podcasts. They can also get some websites where it could help them somehow in their teaching and learning process. So just like these websites, so these websites are more utilized by people who are learning about science and math, people from engineering department, and for medicine. These are free websites and mobile apps where students can somehow download, and it can also be helpful for them. TED Talk, also Khan Academy, are two of the sites that I usually visit if I need to get some inspirational talk or inspirational message to share the link to the students, and they would comment on that. And you can also join in the massive online education resources where it can help you utilize other open online course that are available. So I already had several certificates knowing these free courses. So that is why I need to skill up. So you too also, guys, you need to skill up by joining this MOOCs. Maybe I can give you other links so that by December, Christmas break, we can enjoy ourselves still learning. If you don't like to really have to attend these online classes, okay lang. Pero nice unta because it will add another knowledge, and somehow they will give certificate. But ang problem is dili siya ma-credit sa school. Although you are like, I actually had a certificate. I'm a graduate of University of Harvard Kintahay, pero dili man siya ma-credited. More lang siya ni-take lang kasi ilang seminar or sa ilang MOOCs ba. But somehow it's still a bragging rights, no, that you join this online platform for massive online open courses. Teachers also have problems in the online storage when students would send them a lot of videos, a lot of submissions. So what they do is you can somehow tell them to do this subscription on BitIBlog, DropSend, ZP Share, Google Drive, which is we actually have 15 gigabyte for free. But if you would extend your gig to 100, it would cost you 89 pesos or 890 for a year. So, okay ra jud kaayo because it will give you additional 100 storage. Like me, I have several videos from you, so I just allowed myself to get additional or buy additional storage from the Google Drive. And if not, you just save your work in YouTube because it's free grid iyang cloud. So we have Dropbox, OneDrive for MS Microsoft Team or work. For math also, if you're a math major, if you're a math teacher, you will also have to use this site. So GeoGebra, Desmos, I think some of your teachers already introduced to you this one. So you can visually imagine and see what are the forms of those theorem, mga XY, and all. So teachers can use this site especially for teaching math. In the online platform, so remember what are those instructional activity? Input, interaction, and assessment. So in the input, it can either be teacher will get YouTube presentation or songs from the internet, or she will also be the recording or the source of her talk. So she can be the next vlogger sensation. So where can she do that one? So there's an open broadcaster software. I know some of you are using this. Screencast-O-Matic that gives free recording also, or Zoom when you can when you record yourself, or Google Meet also, just like what we're doing. Every time we have a discussion, we record our lesson or our time together, and your classmates can somehow check on that. But someone commented or someone chatted me, Miss, I cannot record my Google Meet. It's actually free, or there is a button there when you are on G Suite, or like our school actually allows us to record the email that is from school, like usjr.ph.com. It's actually allowing you to record the Google Meet that you are having. Now, we also need to remind ourselves, especially when you use this one in your reporting, in your discussions, especially if you are asked by your teacher to get a video. So, in utilizing the guidelines for videos that are educational or things that we get from YouTube, from TED Talk, from Khan Academy, first we need to devoid errors. We need to check first. We need to screen and see first the video presentation and validate if the content is really correct. Kaya naman yung mga teachers nga, okay, pakalit lang siya pa-show og video niya. Wala dito niyo gitanaw, and then may mga censored or ang mga words, it's not filtered, or somehow maybe the diction that you can see is something English. So you need also to check that one, guys, kay ang iyahang intonation unta sakto ba or di, not to discriminate, but especially if you teach young children. For example, Papa Bear, Mama Bear. Buka na, hilig kay mo ana na mag-download mo og mga nursery songs that you show, or when you have your teaching demo for your young children, you need to make sure that the diction of the YouTube that you get are correct, or the information being shown are validated. Next, active learning. So after the video, unsa man humana, wala na siya processing. So teachers should ask questions, what happened, or at the beginning of the presentation, he or she would say, okay, I will show you a folk dance of kumintang or something like that, tinikling. So you have guided questions while you are watching the video. Number one, what are the graceful dances of the Dama, for example? What are the costumes about? What does it speak regarding war and courtship? So, na jud na mong process questions along the way when you show videos. Next, student engagement. Allow your students to interact, ask questions. Miss, I observed from the video that it was speaking about death, something like that. So, Allow your students to ask questions, to interact. But in the event you don't know the answer, do not pretend that you know. Next, chunk information. Especially for young children, pwede nimo siya i-cut nimo siya. Or there's an app, it's called Nearpod. So, and also Edo Puzzle. So Edo Puzzle, you will upload a video. For example, it's a 5-minute video. In 1 minute, you will pause the application itself, the software itself. It would stop in 1 minute, and you will have a process question. So, dili siya straight nga i-watch sa student, but somehow there are questions along the way. So that is called chunk information. Same also with when you watch long stories for young children. So when you read, we call it the Morongkan approach, meaning kada page imong i-ask a question. For example, what's the name again of our character and where is she going? Okay, let's proceed to the next picture, next page. So the Morongkan approach, one by one, kada page na kay i-ask. So this works best for young kids. Next one, when you use videos, you need to check the language or the developmentally applied practices in understanding. For example, is it rightful to give highfalutin language or the vulgar words to young children? So you also need to check that one. So who will be your audience? So what was the first step again? Get in, glean up. Next is to galvanize. So you are exposed to this one. Galvanize means to work collaboratively with others as you do problem solving. So you address modern issues, contemporary issues. So where can you do this one? You can create your own by going to Flipgrid. So you can take a video of yourselves and give your own opinion. We also have Miro, Mentimeter for the action response, Zoom where you can actually interact, and Loom and Storybird. So my class from MTB MLE, they had Galvanize where they work in pairs and they actually created their own story in Cebuano. And then they recorded themselves and then they're able to share that book or the YouTube presentation that they have in my friends in the Department of Education sa DepEd where they taught Bisaya. So galvanize. So Miro is like our graphic organizer. Di ba hilig man ta mag-graphic organizer? Or like the use of Manila paper and then we scribble. So teachers use this one, Miro. This is best for accountancy and for people who are working in engineering. Next, it's also a mind map. We have it has the same application. This one, Miro, mind mapping, and the ZT. So when I gave you the presentation on the Padlet, you actually had it was there already, these kinds of online collaborative work. So after they galvanize, it's also important, di ba, in the instructional activity to do assessment. So where can we do assessment since we cannot do the pencil and paper test? So we check understanding by giving them some games. That is why we need to gamify, like quizzes. There's already a free quiz that they can see in there. Sometimes you just have to create your own if you cannot find your own topic or your own lesson. Next is the Kahoot. There are a lot of plenty of games in Kahoot. If not, you create your own. And the Nobel Prize, this is basically used by people who are teaching science and inventions for the scientists. Oh, by the way, December 7 is the awards night or awarding day of people who got awards from the Nobel Peace Prize 2020. We also have Socrative, so it's like the multiple choice, or we can somehow visit the Google Forms. There are a lot of types of choices that you can use for assessing, from multiple choice, open-ended questions, fill in the blanks, short answer, long answer, linear scale, depende. So Canvas, FlexiQuiz, and Filament Games. So these are some of the gamify sources that I use to visit time to time. Next one is to go viral. So, di ba, you had your videos before. So, go viral means to share your work, to spread quickly. So, just like your Battle of the Bands, you actually went go viral yesterday. So, congratulations, guys, for the dance, for the job well done. job well done. Grabe gyud ka inyong mga energy, inyong mga flexi move in there. So just continue becoming healthy, well fit, and good lifestyle. And I also see some of your updates, like si Brent, sige na siya pasingot. And silang Raul, sige silang dance pod and meet with other friends. So just continue to be healthy in there, even if you're away from each other. Make sure that you have a physically sound mind. And katong mga mag-binge eating kay malapit na ang Pasko, no? Hinay-hinay ta sa atong mga sweets, mga lechon like me. So sige ra mig kaon diri sa mga guys. So moderation lang gid ta sa tanan. So for go viral, this is the last step in the Largom 5G. So teachers will always have to encourage their students to create their own content, especially right now that technology can somehow allow you to share your creativity. So you can use Canva, you can create posters, brochures, short videos. We also have TikTok. So I had observed this one last, I think, August or September, when some of you dance and then you uploaded your dance from the TikTok to the Facebook. And yesterday also was another activity. Next we have Padlet, a very good tool for you to use whenever you have your pre-lesson, post-lesson, and other encouraging activities. Next, I have also Mote. Like, you just record your voice when you do checking in your work of the students. Then open broadcaster system. This is actually used. I discovered this one with the people who are doing the ML. How are they doing those things that they can show themselves and then the game is at their back. So na-curious ko adto, okay, open broadcaster software di ay siya. And then it's also the one being used when we do Facebook Live, kanang mga webinars natin lang Sir Babia. So they use this one, open OBS. So Sparkle is another learning management system, Padlet and Flipgrid, which is famous. So these are the explanation of these tools, which are also helpful, not only for me as a teacher, but also you guys when you do your creative work. So don't worry, I'll share the slides to you so that you can also go over. So just like me, this is how I do my technology teaching and learning. For example, so for instance, thinking about thinking. So this will be my teaching learning activities, mag-unsang ako mga students, and then reflection and where can they somehow, what are those online tools that you will be doing and what are those BTI. So these are basic teacher indicators. So na siya mga meaning guys. So na siya skills nga dapat i-achieve sa akong mga students. So something like this akong gina-prepare. So that's it. That is Largom 5G. So to get in, clean up, galvanize, gamify, and go viral. So for example, I want to get in. So okay, class, this is our meeting ID. So they would get in. Then, okay, for your additional instruction, additional lesson, please go to Brightspace or to our Adelante LMS. These are your lesson. These are your questions or topic for the week. Then Flipgrid. So Flipgrid, you can take a video, you can somehow record yourselves or take a dance to be recorded. And then Gamify, you can use quizzes or Google Forms. And somehow for Go Viral, you can allow your students to be creative. And nonetheless, with all these things, pwede na natin mo 1 week or 2 week na discussion or 1 week na ipatrabaho sa mga students. But it doesn't mean, for example, naman yung teacher nga mag-post kay ka morning, i-submit din ikagabi Sakto na guys. Di mo ma-stress, ana. Ma-stress gid ta no, or labi na ka nang magpa-deadline. For example, deadline is December 4. 4 jud dinaro jud siya guys, di gid siya mo accept malit. What if, miss, wala may signal diri sa amo nya, hinay kay ang signal miss, mang wala ko nakasubmit miss, wala jud patawad no, wala jud mercy ba nga murag pwede flexible lang unta ta ma'am no nya, natay extended grace for our students. Or samot na take mag exam, na cut off mo nya, number 5 pa mo, bahangyo din mo sa inyong teacher, miss, nawa among signal miss, can I take the test again? Yung mag-think din na ang teacher nga, ay kani jud nag-cheating na pud ni. No, inana no mga teachers no na sila yung mga stereotyping or mga things in mind, or di na ko magpa-exam sa kuan oy Google Classroom kay ma-perfect na niya akong mga students nganong dagko ka nilang score sa kuan Google Forms. O alam na namin yan sa mga Discord, sa panadungan mo mag-answer sa pana siya. Okay, now allow me to introduce to you a tool that I really love. Are you familiar with classroom screen? Okay, let me see sabi, mag-comment. Okay, so we have here a new tool that we can use. So this is called classroom screen. Can you tell me if you can see it, guys? Loading pa man. So this app is for free. I love this one, and you actually knew about this. So for example, if you're an online teacher and you are actually doing these things. So first is, okay, good afternoon, everyone. For this afternoon, we will be discussing and we will go to Egypt. Okay, since this is about social studies, who can remember or who did read the link that I gave them in the Google Classroom? Were you able to read about the Pharaoh and Cleopatra? So, anak, pwede ka din na magchika sa imong mga students. And then, you don't have to go to the Wheel of Fortune or Wheel of Names. For example, I will just copy the names in my Excel file, or I prepared already names. So, I will just have to put them here. Example, Brent, Camille. For example, those are the people that I have here for my activities. So a lot of them. So for example, daghan na kay kag students. So what you do is that when you ask questions, okay, napalagi tayong mga latecomers. So when you ask questions or randomly, okay, now this time, Ninya. Okay, so answer this question. Or for young children, you can also allow them to playtime nila or check on understanding, for example. So you can try to go over. Okay, this time around, children, let's try to look for objects. So this is about online, huh? So look for something yellow. Okay, so this time, touch something yellow. Raul, look for something pink. Inana. Or you can actually have a lot of random things that you can do. For example, you can do some activities for PE. Locomotor movement. Example, twisting. Sakto ba ko?
Non-locomotor ang twisting.
Sorry. Nadyo tayo mga expert aning mga kuan. What else? Stretching. Sakto ba, sir? Sige.
Yes, miss.
Example like that. So, for example, you can allow, okay, this time around, guys, I want you to open your camera. Camille, give me an example of this activity, twisting. So randomly, your student can do those activities. And then it's very visual because they can see it. Okay, let's follow Camille for that activity. Then change na sad ka. Then students will be able to see it. Okay, Brent, this time show us how to do the stretching. 15 counts. Pwede sad, you can also have this one. The dice, for example, for PE. Okay, for this time around, give us 10 counts of twisting. Raul, 6 counts. Depende na ninyo guys. Kamo na mag-mugna din ha. Okay, so the 3 widgets that we have, background, we have the random names and the number. So, pwede sad, example, for math. So, grade 2. Camille, please add 6 plus 6. Then, nawag na sad kag laing bata din ha. Okay, this time, Raul, please add 6 plus 5. Diba? So, random kaayo ni mo makuan. Mga bata, kay pay attention, gid sila. Hala, ako na itawagon, miss. Sukul ba, na miss, oy, teacher. So, inaana ni mo sa pag-associate in the online world. Next one is, for example, you also need to give them some activity. These noise level or sound level can tell me, oh, teacher, the red one means teacher is already shouting or there are loud background noises already. And if it's yellow, it's just acceptable level of noise. Oh, so example, grade 1, taba kayo na sila. Okay, kids, can you see our noise level now or sound level? You're already shouting in the Zoom class, in the Google Meet. Sana siya makahelp dito sa teacher. Next one is if you are doing some activities that are for group work. So for example, okay, this activity, you can work silently. I'll give you the go signal. You have 10 minutes to answer for this round. Or you can somehow, okay, for 5, for this time around, I will ask the students to give me 7 minutes to prepare the materials for our chemistry. Okay, you need to get, so i-identify sa ni teacher. So okay, for this 7 minutes, you need to get your materials for our experiment. Nice kayo kay direct na ka ba maski wala pa ka na, you don't have to go to your slides or to your PowerPoint. You can just go to this one. For example, vinegar, okay, baking soda for our activity of the volcano, and we also need to make use of some um coloring. Okay, you have 7 minutes to get those things. Timer starts now. So nice kayo mo. Hala, okay, I still have 6 minutes to make sure I have these experiment materials that I have. Or you can also allow your students to you have a copy of your, for example, workout. Okay, for this workout, guys, you need to give me, so timer na sad. We have such time to do the workout. This one, we can work together. So, pwede ka mag-kiat dira. 1, 2, okay, workout man, di ba? So, you need to really exaggerate or really show the energy to your students when you're doing the online class. And then, you can also do in their cool down, whatever is the term. Hindi po ako PE teacher. Tulungan mo naman ako, Raul. Oh, something like that. So, pwede mo ma-utilize. And then, what's a good thing with this one is that these tools, the 16 tools that you have in mind, are actually given for you for free. Another one is, for example, teachers needs to make sure that students can visually see. Okay, class, our submission will be on December 11. Okay lang ba that your work or your submission will be December 11? Ya, makita mo sa bata, Miss, December 11, we don't have, December 8, we don't have class, teacher, because it's Immaculate Conception and all. Okay, is it okay if you submit on 19th? Teacher, it's a Saturday. Change ko. So, calendar are helpful, especially for submissions, for other activities that you need to work on with, and discussion with the bargaining. Kay mga estudyante na to, hilig yun kining bargaining with the time of the submission. So, masking 10 ipasubmit, nakahabot pa yung 11, hangyo pa yun sila. Reporting nilag 14, hangyo pa yun, miss, pwede kuan lain akong teaching demo. So, calendars are helpful, especially when you need to decide some schedules, especially for your students. Next one is if you're a math teacher. So you can have your own big screen in there. Okay, class, for this afternoon, I'll have to use my favorite green pen. So please answer this one. 2x plus 3y. Okay, what is the answer in there? Anna, Julisa. Anna, do you know 0? What is the value of x and y? Kung ikaw math teacher, okay, I can just write on my screen. Can just write in here. Okay, for example, another word. Okay, can you read this word? Depende. It's also helpful if you have the stylus. But mouse will do if you need to scribble time to time. But nice here if you have stylus, if you're using the iPad, especially for the teachers. So that is the draw station or the draw widget. Okay. Okay. For example, for music.
If you manage a team, you have to.
So, for example, I'm a PE teacher. So, what I love also is I can also allow my students, for example, okay, for this time around, tayo po ay magkakaroon ng ang ating mga katanungan. Okay, sa Pilipino naman tayo. Atak. Hmm. So, di ba, na-picture mo ma-identify or you can associate to your class. Okay. Ngayong araw na ito, ano ba ang gusto ninyong regalo sa darating na Pasko? O, sino ang gustong magbigay ng komento or kanilang mga sagot? So, ana dayon, mag-discuss dayon ka din ha. So, that is adding some photo. And you can also change time to time. Another thing is that what I also love with this one from the widgets that I have is the video. So on the media, you can also have this. You can copy the link and then it would show. Okay, so I was supposed to get something educational. Kanina lang. So for example, it should actually work. But since I was not able to check, so something mo work or gini siya diri guys. So you can have a video in here. So nakay pa video diri. And then nadain kay questions here on the other side. Okay, diba? And as what I've told you, when you show video, there will always be guided questions when you do your activity, especially for young children and even for college. And supposedly it would also work in here. Sometimes teachers will be overwhelmed. Hala, unsa man ang QR code? Uy, kanais ba na murag pang techie lagi kayo na. So in Canva, you can actually create QR code or in here. So it can generate the QR code. Okay, class, after our discussion, please go to this link and answer this activity. So ang students sa techie kaayo, so scan ra nila sa ilang mga cellphones and it will direct to the questions or the assignments that the teacher will give them for that day. So this is how to do the QR code. Another activity is that you can also use the webcam. So the webcam actually allows you to makita gyapon ka dira guys sa imong webcam. So something like that while you do the video. So for example, for sign language, na dinha ang camera, then nabud sa kilid si YouTube, then you will do the signing, especially for your children with special needs or children with speech delayed baron. And another activity that I also love is the this one. Stopwatch is also different from the timer that I provided to you. Very clear, very helpful, especially when you give activity and time limitations, especially when you are doing these online platforms. And even if it's not online platform, it can also be with a face-to-face. But there are tools that are not here already because I already knew about this tool 2 years ago. So mulag ilang gi-change gid ba. But somehow ni daghan ang mga widgets or mga activity, productivity tool. But katong other tool, katong survey and poll, nawala naman siya dire. So this is a free version and there's also an account version or for premium where the names that you put here in the random name or other activities, ma-ready na siya daan. So imo na siyang i-set up. But for this free account, since we need to utilize free things, this is actually doable and acceptable. So again, this is called the classroom screen. Okay, any question? Let me see. Okay, what else? So let's continue with my discussion. So along with the things also as a teacher, we need to learn how to shorten our discussions, the URL. You can visit this link. You already knew this sites and link, right? Now, your teachers also are wise because they would know if that project that you submitted are copied or they are actually they have the idea already on what link did you get those things. So I actually have a tool which check the plagiarism. So I actually tested it last time. Dagan kay mga plagiarized na work ay untay jud mo nako. Reaction ra gani nag-copy pa mo sa YouTube or sa mga articles on the online world. So I have a tool that can help me identify. For example, I just copy the work and then as I read, ma-identify jud guys asa ni mo gi-copy nga website, unsa nga year, unsa nga link. Then it would also tell this work is 35% plagiarized. Mga inaana dayon. So na siya mga Creative Commons and copyright when you copy your work. But it's okay to copy someone's.
O, dito ako, miss. Magiging
Yes.
i-comment.
So it's okay to copy someone's work, especially if they have a very nice idea. But you need to cite them. Where did you get them? Who said this one? According to so and so. We copy their words. Or sometimes we need to paraphrase. Ana, para dili jud mailhan. So you need to learn this skill because when you do research, ang acceptable ra sa research guys, 10% ra or less. So dapat ang imong gi-copy sa online world, mga 5% along sa tanang research nga imong isuwat. Pwede rin dyan na nimo kapyaw ng entire internet if you paraphrase it. Meaning, dili siya verbatim nimo pag-copy or copy-paste ra ka din sa asa mo nagkuhag mga articles, mga words. So you paraphrase it in your own words or you change how it is being shared or done in the explanation. Okay, so you already have this one. So these are some of my best practices because in the future you will be online teachers, whether you like it or not. So I utilize FB groups. Some of you here are under me at LM3, teaching geography and culture. So in my geography class, we shared a lot of resources. We give links in the FB world, and it's also easy to access. Next is Google Slides. So this is where I usually use my slides. So murag we transition from the traditional PowerPoint to the Google Slides that we are using right now. And we also utilize some live conferencing just like Zoom, Google Meet, or ClassIn. Then Kahoot is very helpful. It's engaging, but sometimes difficult lang siya no, if you only have cell phone and you don't see the other slides ni teacher or you're not able to check on the computer. So dili siya kayo doable if usara imong device. Canva, who among you here loves Canva? So it actually gives us pro account and premium account. So if you use our school email addresses, it can allow you to use other icons and images without the watermark, or you will use the songs with no copyright. So dili siya mulag. Di ba when you had your dance step sa Battle of the Dance or dance battle, na ubang songs wala ni play, ni mute og kalit ang kuan because FB is very sensitive to the infringement copyright of the music. Next is I also use Google Forms time to time from other classes, or if I need to utilize activities, I'll use the different things in the Google Forms. I also use Flipgrid for them to record what are their ideas, their videos. Then Peer Deck is another activity that I also engage. But problema lang aning Peer Deck, kailangan gyud nimo siya kusog ang imong Wi-Fi. Then YouTube, which I also enjoyed. You know this one. Bahalag dili mo subscribe nako basta na jud mo copy if you want to visit our lessons, if you want to listen to the recording. Google Classroom is very helpful this time for us, but we don't know what will happen to our second semester. We will just work together, guys, for the Google Classroom. Be patient with your teachers. Bahala nag-inyo na silang libakon dira sa inyong mga social media. Basta still be respectful. Linktree, you also try this one. So Linktree, you give a lot of links provided that it is in the Google Drive or accessible siya sa Wi-Fi. So, na connectivity ang students. Padlet, you also had an activity katong provisions of a lot of web resources that you can use. So, I also have other friends who use and share their other best practices along the way. Now, I have here in my Google Slides. So, what are those online information technological tools that you can use in the distance learning? For example, if you click on this one, Flipgrid, it will give you an idea what is Flipgrid
In
and
this
how
video series about how
our-
to teach remotely, I'm going to be showcasing some of the best tech.
So if you go back also to this site, it would generally share to you example what is Loom. So I will share to you and how you will be able to explain these things.
Words. So if that's true, what is a video worth? Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Clayton from Florida. And it's
So when you share this one to your students, I created this one. It would just allow them to click and then it would give them the site, or it would guide them to go to that account or on the YouTube presentation. So you can also use this one. You can utilize easily in the Google Slides in creating these things. And one more thing is that when you do the links, it's very helpful because it is making our lives easier provided that it is on the cloud, or meaning connected siya sa Wi-Fi, guys. But in the Google Slides also, what we can see is that when I share this link to you, I would know who are those people who visited me on this slide. So I would know, okay, so you can also leave a comment if you want to the slides, or if you can somehow there are wrong words that I have here on my slides, you can tell me if I share these things to you. So I think that's it regarding my discussion, but I will leave you with this wonderful note. Always remember, technology can never replace the skill and the strategies that individual teacher employs. It cannot replace a good teacher. But a teacher who doesn't know technology in teaching can be replaced. But a teacher who knows technology, who knows strategy and skills, will have a transformational education. If you want to learn more, you go to these sources and be an online global informational technology teacher in the future. Okay, so I guess that will be all. Any questions so far? Did you learn something today, guys?
Yes, Miss.
Yes, Miss.
Do you have questions?
Wala.
None so
Nora.
Miss.
Question. If you don't have a question, I have a question. Where do you usually make your slides?
Kuan po Miss kan since naay free ron ang kuan account sa Canva kay sige ko gyud sa Canva Miss, then also sa PPT PowerPoint Microsoft.
Okay, that was Mary Rose. So before I would go to exit, I will show you another thing. Okay, can you tell me if you can see my slides this time?
Wala pa, Miss.
Are you familiar
Ay,
with
na, Miss.
Are you familiar with Go Slides?
Hindi siya familiar, Miss.
So I just discovered this one recently. So Go Slides is very helpful because there's already a free template. It's for free and you can use this one in the Google Slides. And they are very colorful, very catchy. Pang millennial jud kayo siya. So same concept with the Canva, but all you have to do in here is you just have to edit. For example, that would be if you want to make your PowerPoint wow, you can use this one. It's slides go or go slides. So the templates here are available already. Same lang siya concept sa Canva, but you can embed the hyperlinks.
Famous.
Yes, it's a free account as long as you would work this one in the slides, in the Google Slides. So for example, I'll provide a link on okay, let me see first. So for example, I'll click that one for some hyperlink because I need an item to insert my hyperlink. It will not allow me. Okay, let me see. Okay, basta you can explore this one. It's all for free, and what's nice with this one is very accessible and cute gud kay iya mga slides, guys. So kamo na bahala dira mag-move na. So dili na mo kailangan mag print screen unya balhin na sad mo sa kuan. Kini siya kana sad siya mga mura siya PowerPoint, and then the slides are also embedded. You can insert videos, pictures, as long as the access, you can also allow your other friends or other people to get the slides with the link that you shared to them. Anyone who has the link will be able to get the activities or get the slides. So these are some of the cutesy dootsy templates that you can get from school, from business, from marketing. So same rin siya concept ni Canva. So you try also to explore this one. So hinahinay to transition from the traditional approach where we use the PowerPoint from the Microsoft or Word. So we go to this one. Okay, Go Slides with all their cutesy dootsy templates and account. And what another thing that I also love this one is it's on the cloud, or meaning it's saved on your Google Drive or in your Google Classroom. For example, if you forgot your laptop and you'll just open your account into another laptop, you can somehow share this one. Or for example, if you're in another place, another country, you can give the resources to your friends, to your people. Okay, I remember you were sharing regarding this topic, right? So can you help me? So with this one, mga hyperlink ra jud siya ang gamiton, guys. For example, so start, and then this one, di ba sometimes kay me, I would confess, dili kay ko kabaw mag hyperlink before. But with the quarantine, I was able to discover that I'm able to use the hyperlink already. You just have to insert and explore, kumbaga, and then you can go back again. Then, okay, let's proceed to game 2 or slides 2, and then start and then go over with other templates. So it would save time. It would show your creativity. It would also be very aesthetic because remember, input, instructional activity, input, collaborative work, and assessment. This is input. So as a teacher, you really need to own your slides. You really need to own what you are creating so that dili ka masawayan sa imong mga future students. Ni slide share man ni kuha ni ma'am or gi-download man niya. So take effort but still able to manage your time. 'Di ba? So katong mga creative din ha, who wants to make their PowerPoint very catchy, very millennial, you go to this slides or to Go Share. Go Slides, rather. Okay. Any questions so far? Do we have other questions? Oh, especially when you do your teaching demo. That's very helpful also when you do your demo. Okay. Next time around, I'll try to wrap up our teaching and learning activities in the online platform. Okay, if you don't have question this time, I will ask Richard. Richard, please lead us in prayer.